Hey, this is Palgorithms. Welcome to my video. Today I'm gonna work with lines. Let's start. This is our setup. This is the lines project. That's a good name, right? I don't care. That's the HTML file, p5.min.js, which is really handy for us. This is the sketch that I'm gonna use to make our lines and interact with them. At first, let me tell you about these codes. These values are what I use for the short videos, some other variables for canvas height, width, and this is the debug, which is for this little jiggly circle, which means the app is running just fine. This is the setup function, which runs only once, and that's gonna create our canvas with the width and height, and direct mode is center. The next one is the draw function, which is going to have the execution going on. It just runs over and over and over and over and over. Yeah, I know, that's a lot. It has a black background every time. The fill is white, as you can see. We can have a stroke any color that we want. I'm checking the debug right here, and we'll have this circle. I can just turn it off with the D on the keyboard. Debug gets reversed, so we can have it or not. This is a ready to use mouse pressed function, which I will use in the future. These three functions actually are what I use in short videos, but let's keep them for now. Okay, at first let me fix the setup for now. That's really better. Let's draw our first line, and it's going to be really simple. Take a look at this. We have line function, which is really simple to use. It has 2 points, which is the start point and the end point, and we will have a line in that case. For example, 100 from the left, 100 from the top, which going to be our start position. Let's say 200 from left and 200 from top. And can't see any line. I wonder why. And that's because we don't have any stroke. As you can tell, line is not a fillable thing. It has just a stroke. Anyway, we have stroke, and there's the line, which is really thin. I want it to be more thick. So let's change the stroke weight. For example, 20. Yeah, that's a thick one. I'm so embarrassed right now. I want the line to be kind of movable. We have mouse X and mouse Y to use, which is going to be our destination of the line. Looks cool, right? Let's make it a little more dynamic. For example, I want to click and start a line and release the click to end the line. In that case, I need a start position. X is 0, Y is 0, and end position. And we will draw the line from the start position, come on, that X, start position dot Y, start position, come on, it's not start, it's the end position dot X, and the end position dot Y. As you can see, there's nothing special happening right now because we are starting at 0 and ending in 0. But we can change the start and end position when we click or release the click. I'll show you how. I told you this function will be handy, so let's use it right now. We can set the start position X and Y by the mouse position. Mouse X and mouse Y. We need the same thing but this time it will be a mouse released function, which is going to set the end point. The problem is I don't have any preview of the line that I'm drawing. For example, I start the line, I drag my mouse up there, and I can't see the line until I release the button. Did you get it? So let's fix that. The thing I'm going to do is make a variable called drawing. It will be a boolean, which is false right now, and I will turn this true if I pressed the mouse button, and I will set it false if I release the button. And in the draw function at the end, I can check if I'm drawing, and if I'm drawing, I should have the endpoint equal to my mouse point, X and Y. And I guess I don't need to set it in there. Let's see what happens. Yeah, we have preview and any line that we want. It's really fun. Let's just take one further step. I want to add more lines, not just one line going around. The thing I'm gonna do is I will make an array called lines, and I'm gonna have a setup for it. It will have line signatures inside, and we can have as many lines that we want. For example, I make them these coordinates, and we have to make a function to render the lines inside this array. So I made a function called render lines, and I called it at the end of the draw function. And inside this function we'll set graphical properties, and we'll loop on lines array to draw each line independently. And that works. As you can see, we can render all the lines. And I want to add the lines myself, not hard-coding them like this. So I will delete this. I will have a new variable called I, which is -1 right now. And this variable tells me which index I am right now in the lines array. So where do I push a new line inside this array? It will be the moment I press the button. In this function, when I press the mouse button, I will push a new line instead of using the old start position. And if you're wondering about the positions, we just started drawing the line. At that point, the start and the end point are in the same spot, and by moving the mouse I will drag them apart. So where do we drag them? We check that in draw. If we're drawing, we have to, instead of changing the endpoint, I will change the lines. The index means I'm in this line. That x2 will equal to mouse x, and the y as well. And there's only one single problem left to solve. The I must go up. When? Exactly the moment that I start to draw the line, which is right here. After I pushed it, I should make that I go up just one. We don't have start and end point, so we have to delete this line. And you can see we have multiple lines as we want. I love coding. Okay, that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to click that subscribe button and ring that bell so you don't miss any algorithms coming up. take care of your brain cells, and have a good time. Peace. Mm-hmm. Keep yourself hydrated. Bye.